Without fresh dates, the woman in labor could bleed to death. As soon as Abdul Uzza received word after midnight that his sister-in-law was in labor, he had sent a horseman rushing to the nearby town of Taif to fetch fresh dates from the local groves. The dates had to be picked at once to maintain the potency of their juicy nectar. The midwives of Mecca relied on an elixir of fresh, unrefined date juice to stimulate uterine contractions, helping to push the baby through the birth canal quickly and protect the mother from excessive bleeding. Now Abdul Uzza was frantic. As the birth could come at any moment, the next hour would determine whether mother and child would survive the precarious delivery. Pacing in the courtyard doorway, he anxiously surveyed the horizon. As dawn broke, a cloud of dust arose in the distance. Then, a veiled horseman emerged, galloping through Mecca's southern pass, to deliver his emergency package: 20 succulent dates known as rutab, luscious. Thuwayba, a young enslaved Greek woman, stood by the door with an earthen clay platter. Abdul Uzza grabbed the package from the horseman and quickly poured its contents onto the plate. Thuwayba, known for her speed and agility, sprinted out of her master's courtyard with the date platter. Zigzagging through narrow alleyways, Thuwayba dodged pecking hens and young shepherds and their sheep on their way to grazing grounds outside the city. She dashed past women carrying cloth-covered dough as the aroma of freshly baking barley bread blended with the fragrance of acacia wood crackling in Mecca's ovens. Living up to her name, bearer of gifts, Thuwayba tightly clutched the plate as she wove between women balancing clay water jars on their heads outside the Zamzam well, Mecca's main freshwater source. In the Kaaba shrine beside the well, white-clad priests with shaven heads and emerald-encrusted gold amulets lit frankincense. Burning the precious spice marked a new day Thanksgiving offering to the city's 360 crudely carved idols. Thuwayba's master had much at stake. If the lady in labor did not birth a son, he, as the brother of her recently deceased husband, could be expected to sire a male heir on his brother's behalf. If her labor failed, it would mark yet another tragedy for a family still reeling from a terrible loss. As she passed the Kaaba, Thuwayba descended the Marwa hill, running faster down the incline toward the simple 3-room mud-brick house. Inside, a frail baby made his own tenuous journey through the darkness of his mother's birth canal toward the early morning light. Awaiting him was a world laden with challenges and obstacles, a world he would soon be tasked with changing. Throughout his life, Mohammed remained deeply conscious that he had nearly never been born. Every Monday, he would refrain from eating and drinking during daylight hours. When asked why he fasted, Mohammed replied, "That was the day on which I was born." In 6th century Arabia, many people did not even know the year of their birth, let alone the day of the week. Yet Mohammed not only held on to this fact, he reminded himself of it every week. The details of Muhammad's unlikely birth were well known to him, thanks to the eyewitness testimony of his lifelong foster mother, Baraka. When Thuwayba burst through the door of the delivery room at dawn on that Monday morning, it was Baraka who took the date platter from her and passed it to the midwife. Like Thuwayba, Baraka was a slave. She had been abducted as a child in Abyssinia, ripped from her elite family and sold into bondage thousands of miles from home. Muhammad's grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, purchased her as a gift for his beloved son, Abdullah. But Abdullah had died just 2 months earlier, leaving Baraka to take care of her widowed mistress, Amina. In the lantern-lit delivery room, Amina lay on the floor atop a palm fiber mattress. The frail 20-year-old struggled to push the baby out. At her side, an experienced midwife named Ashifa, healing, took the fresh dates and squeezed their juices into Amina's mouth, smearing her lips and urging her to swallow. From the other side, Baraka poured water from a flask into Amina's mouth to help wash down the date juice as the woman struggled to drink amid painful contractions. No one expected Amina to live. Tension filled the room as the three attendants braced for what they expected would be the last moments of this poor woman's life, and hoped at least to avoid a stillbirth. Lingering unspoken was the misfortune Amina had endured over the past few weeks.